Okie doke. Next thing. So now the NPCWizard will not attack unless he actually sees you. Blink. Sees. Holy light. Holy light. Okay. Gotta get the mic placement better. Missed. Blink. Blink. Freeze. Magic missile. Now if I get far away, he's gonna chase because he's too far to cast spells. He healed first because healing takes priority. Blink. Can't see now. So he's going to approach until he can. And actually, right now, I need to improve the pathfinding so that he can get around that. I guess the point is that this chest isn't currently blocking the navigation mesh. Oh, can't see the map right now, but well, we can really quick. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. Oh, I thought I pressed escape to quit. That's the problem. This is not blocking that, but it should. So these, it has a skeletal mesh. Can affect navigation. What will happen if I choose yes on that? Oh, very nice. Okay. Now let's do the other assets. So we have interactables. That's just chest. Breakable. Let's do the master breakable. Then do navigation for it too. Hello? Is it the mesh? Navigation? Yes. Oh, so that one was yes by default. But why? So if I put this here, navigate around. Okay, interesting. But the chest was not for some reason. It's some sort of default setting, I guess. Oh, maybe skeletal. That makes sense. It's a skeletal mesh because we have an animation that happens. I'd rather not just do two, like, if I had two static meshes, how do I even animate it? I don't even know if you can. I would have to, oh, I guess you would just manually rotate it in the game. But I prefer having an actual animation that goes, like that and opens up. So, do they even make sounds? I haven't opened up a chest in a while. Oh wait, we're on the wrong level. We need to go to the main menu. That way speech and everything's good. Blink. Yeah, see? So they work. And now they're fixed, so you shouldn't get stuck like that anymore. Truth. Okay, now that's just scary though. Oh my! Blink. Holy light. Oh, well, if he can't see us... Well, actually, I'm not sure why he kept on trying to... Oh shit, he jumped and got stuck? How did he get stuck? Blink. Or not that. Crunch. That'll fix him. Okay, interesting. So I guess... Oh, that's the point. He got stuck right here, I think. Holy light. Point is that one, if he lands on top, then he can't navigate on it. Oh my god! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what he hit me with the second time to kill. Freeze. Magic missile. Blink. Crunch. Beam. Alright, got his ass. So he got stuck here. Either because, well, if this thing exists, then he shouldn't be navigating there anyway. I'm not actually sure because it looked like he was up here. So I think I might have fireballed him. And because they don't air strafe, then he's just gonna fall straight down if it landed right under him. Like if he's going this way, or if he's landing over the chest, he's not gonna avoid the chest. He's just gonna land on it and get stuck. So that's something to know. Oh, and now I got kind of stuck. Interesting. Okay, not always though. Recover. Blink. Okie doke. Well, that's it. So pull up his behavior tree real quick. Show you what I did. Now I'm feeling the pressure of needing to use overrides, and instead of having this composite crazy ass thing, it will make more sense to just have multiple tasks. And sure, some of them do kind of similar, or kind of do the same shit where they have to get the target and then cast him to get his properties and whatever. And I want that, the cast needs to happen in here because I don't want it to happen every single time we run this. I need it to happen only when he's running this task. So if he's moving to the target, this is going to be ticking. But if he doesn't need to know properties about the target because he's not attacking it yet, then he shouldn't be casting to the target because that's inefficient. What I need is separate tasks here for healing, tactical spells, damage spells, etc. Because now I've added yet another thing in this composite where, one, if we're healing, we go to the task, and then the task logic prevents us from casting other spells because we're healing. And if you don't have a target, then it just fails the task and it goes to the next task, and then you start wandering around again. But if you have a target, you only have a target, you don't have these, then the task will not succeed because the decorator has 3 requirements here. And so instead, the task that does only require an enemy target, the approach target will execute and he'll follow the target. Once he's in range, this will be true, and this will abort that task, and it will try again to do this task. But if he can't see the target, which is just done via a line trace, then it still won't execute this. So he follows you until he'll have you as a target already, but he'll follow you until he's 1 in range and can see you. Because earlier I went behind a pillar and he just kept attacking the pillar forever. Like, sure, it's kind of cool that he's pre-firing, and maybe I can add some randomness so that it's not, he will sometimes attack even if he can't see you, just because he thinks maybe you're going to come around the corner, just like you're pre-firing a corner or something, waiting for someone to come around. Maybe, I don't know, it seems like that could be cool, like just shooting fireballs at it, or like any dragon having movie, there's a fucking dragon shooting flames at the rock because people are on the other side. Just knowing that, one, maybe the fire will wrap around. That doesn't happen on my spells right now. It'd be cool. But also, just in case they do decide to move and come around the corner. Apparently dragons are smart, so if they're actually going to do that, and that's true to the behavior, then they might be anticipating that maybe you're fleeing behind it or you're trying to go around. This prevents you and locks you in that corner. And I can have somebody else flank you while you're stuck, something like that. So now he will follow you until he sees you and is close enough to attack. Show that again real quick. Then I'll show you the service. Blink. So he sees me, he's attacking. I was close enough, so he tried to do a close range spell. I don't know how he missed that. Freeze. Magic missile. Okay. And so now he's healed. And he wants to attack. So he's trying to get close. Blink. Blink. Holy light. Oh, he can also do that too now. He can blink. Freeze. Shield. Fireball. Oh my. I didn't see that. Holy light. Blink. Still can't see. Holy shit, that lasted long. I think he hit me with, I don't even know, shield. Fireball. Freeze. Magic missile. And now he's going to go until he can see me. And then he's going to start casting, probably over that chest. Yep. Freeze. Oh, see? Blink. Crunch. Beam. That's just overkill, but just because those 2 spells are busted. So in the task, I just added an extra thing. See, there are too many different things that are separating, that's all in the same logic. So I only wrote this part once, and some of this is still going to need to execute regardless, but basically I'm just going to have to write more stuff, and it'll be overlapping. It'll be kind of the same stuff. Maybe I can put it somewhere and then reuse it, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have one task, another task, and another task for different kinds of spells. Each one is going to be storing the information in the task about this character, the rogue wizard. And then it's going to be doing some stuff with the target and whatever. But they're going to have their own separate stuff inside that are different from each other. This one's doing tactical spells. This one's doing heal. This one's doing attack. The attack one has to check to see if you can see the player. The heal spell does not. This one does not. And the heal triggers not when you see a player, but some other time, etc. So things that are specific about each one. Instead of doing all these checks, do we have a target to attack? If we don't, quit. Is he invisible? If he is, remove him from a target and forget him. If he's not invisible, then we can try and attack. Oh, not yet. Can we see him? Yes. And then, oh, do we have a shield up? If we can see him, he's not invisible, and we have a target, then we shouldn't attack because we're going to hit ourselves. And then finally we get a target, and then we try and attack him. So instead of doing this whole bomb thing, and having to have a complex decorator, I can have simpler decorators and have them abort each other in a more seamless way. Because at this point, readability is starting to become harder. So if you just came and you saw this, you'd be like, what? Cast a spell? But there are so many more things going on inside here. So my next step should probably be to split this out. So about how to determine whether the player is seen right now. Maybe this will stay the same, I'm not sure. So if we have a target and he's valid, then we check the range. But at the same time, if we have a target, that, oh, and also this should happen too. If we don't have a target, then, well, I guess it doesn't matter. If we don't have a target, we're never going to try to attack him, so it doesn't matter whether we're range or not. And whenever we set the target, we do have him, then we're going to update this anyway, so it's fine. So when we have a target, do a trace from the camera, the head of this NPC wizard, to the head of the player wizard. Do it in the visibility channel, that way it hits both. We ignore the self because the self, if you start at the camera, you're going to hit the capsule that surrounds the player, so he's going to hit himself. I'm not going to change the capsule's collisions to make it not visible because then I can't do any tracing on him. I'd have to do a different mode. So I'll leave this and I'll just make him ignore himself. Okay, cool. I don't know how efficient that is or how inefficient this is, but I mean, it's right here. I figure it's probably okay. And then one, if we hit an actor or if we hit something, if we didn't hit anything, then okay, we can't see the target, obviously. If we did hit something, then we need to check, is it the target, the enemy? If it is, this would be true. We do see him, now we can attack. If it's false, we can't see him, we can't attack. And I have this Boolean first. I'm not just returning this, I'm checking first because if there was no actor, I don't want to evaluate this actor whether it's equal to something because it might be pointing to nothing. This might be an empty pointer because a lot of things in Unreal are pointers. And if I evaluate an empty pointer and I dereference it to get the actual value it's holding, then we get a thrown exception because we're evaluating null pointer, which is not good. So, it means a pointer is not pointing to someone. And it's helpful to make things not point to things because we can evaluate them conditionally if something, like basically if this is valid, tell us that. So instead, I'm just checking to make sure we hit first. If we did, then, oh, actually, I'm also not. I guess I should actually do a separate thing too. One, that, but two is valid. I want to make sure that the target is actually valid. And then we can check to see what it is. If it's not valid, then that means we hit something, but we didn't hit the player, which means, I think that means we should also say we don't see the player. We see something, and we hit something. And if we hit something, but it's not the player, or actually, well, if we hit something, okay, we need to make sure that we, I guess it doesn't matter, because normally you can just use this, but whatever. I'm making sure that if we hit something, was it an actor? Well, it kind of has to be, right? So before I'm using it, I'd rather just make sure it's valid, but same result here regardless, so it's fine. Okie doke. Check the commits real quick, see what the last thing I did was. I know what these last things were. Oh, the navigation for the breakables. And that updated the level. Blink. Say he's there. You can see he's coming to us because we're not in range yet. Oh, he's invisible. He used a tactical spell, now that shield. And now he's not going to attack anymore. He's already moving. He healed because he accidentally hurt himself. Wow, he really did. Blink. And now he's going to get close and cast a close range spell, which is kind of scary. I almost didn't even see that. Shield. Fireball. Nice. Freeze. Oh, that launched him straight up. Wow. Beam. Fireball. Almost killed him there. Blink. Crunch. Oh, too far. Fireball. Magic missile. See, I like that he can just shield like that. Recover. Actually, I'm not even hurt. Fuck. Well, recover. It won't use the spell unless you actually freeze. Blindness. Blindness. I fucked up the speech a second ago. He hit me there. Blink. Can't hear anything. Blink. That's why we don't hear sound right now. Deaf. Now he's coming. We have no idea. Shield. Oh my. Holy light. Blink. Blink. Freeze. Fireball. Magic missile. Blindness. Beam. He's dead. Blink. The fucker's dead. Dokie. That's it. So now we'll say chests now block nav mesh. Did I check? I didn't change the breakable though, I don't think. It's levels, assets, breakables, master. No, I didn't. Maybe I clicked it and then clicked it out again. Cool. Now they obstruct the path and he goes around it. Sick. Okay. Excuse me. Next up, the wizard's kind of okay right now. I mean, it's not. He's not terrible. He's smarter than like Minecraft zombies right now. Probably definitely not as good as Minecraft, I think. But I think the next thing I should do is probably clean up the behavior tree because I'm trying to think if there's. I was worried that there was an abort that wasn't going to work properly with the site. But because site is now a blackboard key, the cast spell task does indeed abort other things so that the second he sees the player, he will cast spells at him. One thing to check is to make sure that after he tries to heal, if he fails at the heal, I already have this open. If he fails at the heal, we need to check everything. We've already checked to make sure that we have a target because, well, see, some of this stuff is just kind of done because how would I structure this in the behavior tree? Talk about it. I'll figure it out. Because I want to make it so that we're going to need a bunch of fucking like selectors and sequences and shit so that he tries to heal, but he has a target, then he tries to heal, and then he does the target. There's going to be a lot of fuckery going on here. But hopefully in the end, we have very simple tasks instead of a pretty complex one here. And I only execute the smallest amount of logic possible. And I can abort and go immediately to that piece of logic. I don't have to go here and check this, probably not expensive boolean, but evaluate the blackboard. I have to get the player, the controller, get his blackboard, get a value from it of this literal, evaluate it, and then try and attack, even though it hurt. So, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to prioritize tasks over each other. So I'm probably gonna copy a bunch of tasks and just break this out. And once that whole works, I'll just swap this task out for the other. So this will be like the master cast, and just to make sure the behavior is the same. Sick. Bye bye.